is in error or also acting pursuant to a constitutional obligation. So, Mr. Speaker, with your indulgence, let me read Article 1125 of the Constitution. 1125 of the Constitution says that whenever a vacancy occurs in Parliament, the clerk to Parliament shall notify the Electoral Commission in writing within 7 days after the vacancy occurred, and a by-election shall be held within 30 days after the vacancy occurs. Notwithstanding clause 5 of this article, a by-election shall not be held within 3 months before the holding of a general election. So, Mr. Speaker, clearly the Constitution enjoins the Clerk of Parliament, whenever a vacancy occurs in Parliament, the Clerk to Parliament shall notify the Electoral Commission in writing within 7 days after the vacancy occurred, and a by-election shall be held within 30 days after the vacancy occurred. So, Mr. Speaker, so if we take the records, we notice that on 27th November 2025, 24th November 2025, you had indicated in your ruling that the statutory 7 days, stay, therefore remains in force until 1st December 2025. So once the statutory 7 days was in force till 1st December 2025, it means that the obligation of the Clerk of Parliament will start counting on the 1st of December 2025. So within 7 days of December, the clerk was obliged constitutionally, pursuant to Article 1125, to notify the clerk. So on the 4th of December, the clerk wrote to the Electoral Commission indicating that there was a vacancy because the clerk had been served by the order emanating from the High Court indicating that the court had ruled that there should be a rerun of the election in the Kpandai constituency. So, Mr. Speaker, I think that what you are being invited to rule on here today is whether the clerk erred in communicating to the Electoral Commission that a vacancy has occurred, and once a vacancy has occurred, that there should be a by-election in the Kpandai constituency. Mr. Speaker, especially your indication in your ruling that filing an appeal may elongate the period during which the member may be allowed to remain in the chamber. So, Mr. Speaker, that is basically what it is. That's all. Nothing really earth-shattering. And since morning, we've been having indications, negotiations, discussions, and we said that we should come into the chamber, and since they have indicated their position, we should also indicate our position. Now, in a normal democracy, with normal Democrats, people who actually believe in democracy, you would imagine that they will have no issue with us having this discussion in open parliament. But, Mr. Speaker, I'm not surprised that we have this character of parliamentarians representing the minority side, and they are insisting that they don't want the discussions held in open parliament, that we should not be transparent about our arguments, that this side of the house should not be heard on this matter. And I have said it's not possible. No matter how much you chant no matter how much noise you make. In fact, even if you come and stand on my seat here, I will still state my position so that the Speaker can give his ruling. So, Mr. Speaker, the issue before you is not to challenge your ruling. It is not to challenge your ruling, because your ruling was not even about what happens when one files an appeal. Your ruling was whether or not within the 7 days you could be called upon to remove the Member of Parliament from the chamber. If you recall, that was the main issue. And you ruled accordingly that by our CI 19, there is an automatic stay for 7 days. And so within that 7 days, the judgment could not be executed. The member will have a right to be in the chamber. But after the 7 days, then execution will be triggered automatically. So that ruling you gave. But then you engage in a general discussion of, some legal matters, and then you said that if he triggers his appeal rights, it may. I think that the contention is around your use of the word may, and having used the word may, their position is that once he had filed his appeal and filed his motion or notice trying to secure an interim injunction, then we should not have allowed the clerk to write the letter to the Electoral Commission. But my contention is that that was not the gravamen of your ruling. The gravamen of your ruling was basically to decide that on that day the honourable member should stay in the chamber or not. And you did rule that he could stay in the chamber. Now, the issue of whether or not when he files an appeal and when he files a motion or notice for interim injunction, whether that serves as an injunction is a completely different matter. And I drew attention to CI 132, which amended CI 19, and which in its terms is very clear that once judgment is given, when you file an appeal or a motion or notice for stay of execution, it does not automatically stay proceedings in the execution of that judgment. So, Mr. Speaker, this is what you are being called upon to decide, and unfortunately, I am surprised that our friends on the other side will not want this fact to be stated so that Ghanaians will know why they are in black. Ghanaians will know why they are wearing face masks. They don't want Ghanaians to identify them individually. They are wearing face masks. They are wearing face masks. They don't want Ghanaians to identify them. If you are ashamed of what you are doing, remove your face mask. If you are ashamed of what you are doing, then don't do it. If you have the courage to do them, don't wear face masks to do them. I'm not wearing a face mask. I am very confident. And I can assure you that I will not be distracted. You can say anything about Boku, I will not respond to you. You can say anything, I will not mind you. I will remain focused. I will let Ghanaians know that you are only pretending to be Democrats. You are not Democrats. Because if you are Democrats, you will allow Ghanaians to hear what is it that you are fighting. But you don't want Ghanaians to hear the facts, because you know that the facts are not on your side. You are fighting for justice, but you don't want Ghanaians to know the facts on the basis that you are fighting for justice. How will the Speaker rule if the Speaker has not heard all sides of this matter? Mr. Speaker cannot rule. That is why since morning, my side has insisted that we will speak to the facts so that the Speaker can rule on the matter. And I am insisting that we will not allow this matter to be treated in secrecy. It must be treated in the full glare of the media. I want them to capture the facts based on which you are mounting your protest, so that Ghanaians will be the judges as to who actually is right in this matter. So, Mr. Speaker, basically, those are the facts. And I hear them talking about Boku. I will restrain myself today because His Royal Majesty, the Otumfuo, has indicated that he will bring the report on Boku on the 17th to present to His Excellency the President. When he presents his report to His Excellency the President, we will see where the matter will end. Mr. Speaker, on that note, I thank you very much.
Honorable members, honorable members, I believe the office of the official reports would have captured what the majority leader commented upon. Honorable members, I will have to, in the circumstances that we are in today, have access to what has been captured by the official reports, and I will come to the House to give a ruling in this matter. Honorable members, in the circumstances, I will want to urge the House to await my ruling and to allow us to proceed with the business of the House.
No way, 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 no way.
I'm reliably informed that this was an urgent statement that was made by the Minority Chief Whip And so I think this matter would have come under item 8. And being an urgent statement of public concern, the First Deputy Speaker granted leave after the indulgence of the House. And so the rules were properly applied. It means after item 8, subject to the convenience of the House, I want us to take item 9, which is at the commencement of public business. Item 9, presentation of papers. Yes. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, item 9A is request for tax waivers to be laid by the Minister for Finance. Mr. Speaker, the Minister of Finance is not immediately available, and so I want to crave your indulgence for his deputy who is here, to lay item 9A.
Yes, minority. Honorable members, I thought I saw, honorable members, minority chief whip was on his feet, so I have to listen to him. Yes, minority chief whip.
Speaker. You can get up, 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 get up. You can get up. You can get up. Don't let me speak.
Yes, minority chief whip.
Speaker, Speaker, my colleagues should bear me out. All the occasions that it matter, we had cooperated. If you're a man, speak into the microphone, and we'll reply you. So, you can say whatever you want to say. No, but let me make it very, you cannot scare me. You cannot scare me. Whatever I want to say, I'll say it. If you want to speak, rise up and catch the eye of the speaker. You cannot scare me. You can't. What can you do? Speaker, I'm saying that to the extent that since we started the consideration of the estimate, largely we have cooperated with our colleagues. Even where ministers are absent, where committee chairs are absent, we have cooperated and staged the needed compromise. Speaker, we've had enough for the day. And hence, we will call for an adjournment, a due and adjournment, and a deserving one, of course. We are calling for an adjournment because well, for the records, we want to make it very clear to you that you cannot scare anybody here. Now, until Kpandai is resolved, government business will suffer. Get away. Get it clear. Get it clear. Until Kpandai I put it to you that until Kpandai is resolved, government business is going to suffer. And from henceforth, you keep telling us you have 189, 185, and then 4 independent members. Go and marshal your numbers and come and do your business. Until Kpandai is resolved, we on this side will not cooperate. We are saying it again, we will not cooperate with you. And nobody is going anywhere. Well, we are not moving. We are not going anywhere. And so, Speaker, we have made that point, and we will continue to make this point. We are not obstructing government business. Now, we believe that governance is a continuum, and we must continue with government business. However, to the extent that you want to twist our hands, to the extent that you have conspired to twist our hands, I put it to you that government business will suffer. So, Mr. Speaker, we are not doing any business. We are not going to cooperate with you until Kpandai is resolved. And we are telling you this, Chief, we'll get it. Government business will suffer, and you are going to suffer.